Hello again and welcome to the shed. Well, I haven't built a kit for a while. I've been playing about with LEDs, so let's do a quick kit build, shall we? Bought this ages ago and I can't remember where I bought it from. If I can find out, I'll put a link below. It was either Banggood or Amazon or AliExpress or one of those. Anyway, this is a talking clock kit. I've done a clock kit in the past, but this is a talking clock kit. So let us have a look and see, if I can get into it, what we get. Right, okay, so first of all we've got the LEDs for the actual clock face itself, he says. Here we go. I think these are fairly standard LEDs. Let's put them back on there. There we go. So we've got the LEDs for the clock face. We've got the case by the looks of things that it goes into. Something in there, I don't know what that is. We've got a little IC on a separate circuit board which has some pins, so it looks like you've got to solder the pins on first and then you have to solder that to the main board. And I guess that is your plastic to go over the LEDs. A USB cable. Oh, another little packet. Aha! So we've got big IC, little IC, which I presume is a timer of some sort. I'll have a look at that later on. Bag of other components and instructions. Where's the circuit board? There's the circuit board. That was handy. I thought I might have to stop this and try and dig out the circuit board, but there it is. It's in the bag, so the circuit board's there. That's everything for the bag, so let's put that to one side. Is the instructions going to be in English? Yes it is, look at that. Instructions are in English, sorry about the strobing. And it actually gives you step-by-step instructions. Okay, that's quite important. I just noticed it says install 10k resistors and 330 ohm resistors. So we've got 10 kilo ohms and 330 ohms, so we've got two lots of resistors. So let's have a look in here, see what we've got in here. Okay, so we've got so they actually marked 330 on that one and 10k on that one. That's good. That means we don't have to test it with the component test, although I might do that later on just to have a look. We've got a resistor here which reacts to the light. It's a light changing resistor. So when the light comes on, can't remember what that tool word name is for these. There we go. So when the light comes on, that changes the resistance. We've got a ceramic capacitor, transistor. What else have we got in this bag? Okay, so we've got everything laid out now. Let's have a quick look at what we've got. Okay, so we've got that IC that's on a separate circuit board. We've got some transistors here. We've got a diode, we've got a crystal, a ceramic capacitors. We've got other capacitors which are polarized with plus and ground. We've got an LED there. We've got the resistor that changes by light, and this is just switches, screws, battery holder, power, resistors, circuit board. So that's not too bad, is it? Looks okay to me. So I think what we should do is get the the jig, the circuit board holder, which is currently buried under a load of cables over there somewhere. So let's grab that and get the circuit board on, and let's start having a look. Okay, so we've got the circuit board mounted now on our little holder, and as normal what we do is we solder anything that's close to the board first. So we're going to do these resistors here. Looking at the bit of paper, oh, I won't go bring the paper in, it's strobing. So on these, the resistors R1 to R7 are 330 ohms. So let's dig out our 330s. There we are, that's them. So I'll put these on and solder them up. I'll probably fast forward this bit of video, so you'll see me doing it, but you don't want to see me soldering individual resistors. You've done that loads of times. So in the meantime, here's a bit of music. Right, that's got those done. Let's have a look at the next lot. So the next lot of resistors are these here, which start off at, is that 18? So I have to bring in my other magnifying glass. Yeah, 18, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, let's have a quick look at this. So 18, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, they're all the 10Ks. So let's do the same now with the 10Ks. The resistors are not polarised, it doesn't matter which way around it goes. It's just that my OCD, I've got to make sure that they're all facing the right way. So, okay, let's do the next lot of resistors then. Okay, right, that's got the resistors done. I think the next thing we'll do is the crystal. Let's get that out of the way. This is quite a small thing here. I'm going to have to bring my magnifying glass back in again, sorry. Right, okay, so this isn't polarised. And we've got two holes just there. It's classed as Y1 of all things. So it's on there and it's bent over. I'm just going to make sure that the two legs are not crossed over. Be absolutely careful about that, making sure that they're not crossed over actually on the board itself. So there we go, that's got that done. So let's get that soldered up quickly. Okay, that's got that done. Just snip off the legs. Okay, that's got the crystal done. So the next thing I think we'll do is the capacitors. So C4 and C5, which are just up there, they are 220 ceramic. So let's have a quick look, see if I can read. So there's quite a small one. I just spotted a problem. So something to point with. Here we go. I've blocked a hole there. Look, you see that? So I need to clear that out on there. So let's clean the soldering iron nib. Grab me desoldering pump and just quickly see if I can just. Here we go. Get rid of that. Right, that's cleared that hole. So we need two 22s. One and 22. 22. Okay, so just round to it. Solid it up. Right, that's up. Okay, what's next on the instructions? 3 pieces, 1 of 4 ceramic, C1, C2 and C3. Right, where are they then? C1, C2 and C3. C1 is there in the middle, so let's stick a, what is it, a 104 is it? Yep, it's a bit squished but that's okay. C1 is a 104 and C2, where is C2, where is C2? C3 I found. C3 is over here, so that's one of those. So C2 is right next to the resistors, so we can stick that one in as well. C2 just here. Right, let's get them soldered up. Okay, that's got them done. We're cracking on with this now, aren't we? Right, what's next on the list? Insert battery snap battery 1 B1, which is this at this end. Right, okay, so this is just going to sit on here. We assume we're going to slide the battery in from the side, so we need to put it in something like that. There we go. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, I thought there was 3. Oh, I see, so it's just bent over the end there, not actually soldering. So we need to solder this in place. This is only just poking through the circuit board, but you should be able to hit that up all right. Okay, and I think I've just blocked up a hole for something else as well, so let's just clear that out. There we go. Yeah, that's the hole for the power to go in. So that's the battery done. What's next? Right, now the LED. Now according to this, right, so we've got, I'll zoom in a bit so you can see. It's telling me on the instructions that the LED is marked with a plus and a minus. Well, marked with a plus, but I can't see it really. So it's showing me like that. Oh yes, I don't know if you can see that or not. Where's my pointer gone? Right, I think you can see that just there. Look, there's a plus. Can you see that? Right, I wonder if I can test that. Just a moment. Right, I want to test this just to be absolutely sure that I've got this right. So I've got my bench power supply set for 2.5 volts. So let's stick that on there, which I think is a positive. Yes, there we go. It's illuminating. So that's definitely the plus on the right hand side. Have I got something to mark that with? Yeah, I've got a, I'm just going to make a little mark. It's a little silver pen. There we go. Right, so I won't get mixed up now. Right, let's just power down transformer. Thank you very much for that. Right, let's bring our circuit board back. So our positive is marked on the circuit board, but which is just there, look. So it looks like it's a kind of a surface mount. So I think what we'll do is a tiny bit of flux. And we'll add a bit of solder to the board. Okay, and then we'll bring the LED in. Double check I've got it the right way around, which I have. Right, that's got that in. Okay, what's next? Let's have a look. Install the two IC sockets U1 and U3. So U3 is that side, U1 is that side. So we need the two small sockets from here. Okay, so we have a cutout on the IC holders. If you look at that, it's at the top on that one. So we make sure that our IC holder is also there. And on U1, that's right, isn't it? I'm on U3. Let me just double check what I'm doing. Yes, U1 and U3. So U1, the little cutout is at the bottom. So we'll put that way around. Okay, we'll use a bit of blue tack, whatever it's called these days, sticky tack, other tack. Oh dear, that's come out. There we go. Other colour tacks are available. And the way we do these is we will do a very little bit of flux. I'll do like this flux. It does work extremely well. Leaves a bit of residue on the circuit board, but I can easily clean that off again later. It just makes the soldering so much better. Right, right, on this we'll just do one pin this side and one pin this side. And we'll do the same here, one pin this side and one pin this side. Stick your finger underneath, ready for it to get burnt, and just melt the solder and push the IC holder at the same time. And that way you can make sure that the IC holder's right next to the circuit board and all the pins are pushing through. Okay, let's solder this up. Okay, so we're almost there. So what's next? Install the 3 switches. Okay, so we've got 3 switches here. So we've got 4 pins. I mean, sorry, 1 at the top there, and 2 at the side. Right. Okay, I think we need to change our circuit board around. Right, so 1 switch up there and 2 at the side here. There's 1 and there's 2. There we go. Right, will they stay in as I tip it over? Yes, they will. Good. Right, let's get them soldered up. Sorry, I just realised that the video wasn't recording then, so I'm not entirely sure how much you heard me say, but I'll have to listen to it back on the recording. But I've just soldered the 3 switches in. Right, what's next? Install the 5 transistors, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all across there. Do I need to move the circuit board? No, I don't. Right, so 5 transistors, and they have a flat and a curved side. So again, you just match up the pattern on the circuit board to the capacitor. What am I on about? The transistor. So the transistor has a flat side and it has a rounded side. So you simply just match that up with the pattern on the circuit board. These are marked at Q1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Fairly easy to push in, and I'm just gently bending one of the legs underneath as we go along. So they should stay in place when I turn the circuit board round. And the final one. Right, hopefully they should stay in place. Yep, they have. So let's get them soldered up as well. Right, that's got those in, and just looking at the circuit board, you can see that the solder's come through to the other side as well, which is good. Okay, so we're getting there. We're not too far off now, are we? So we've done the 5 transistors. We've got to do the 2 capacitors now. It says install the electrolytic capacitor C6, which is C6. So that's that one in there. So C6 is right. So C6 is 470 UF, which is that one there, I believe. Yep, 470. Now this has a shaded on the circuit board and a non-shaded side. The shaded side is the negative, or the ground, which is shaded on the actual capacitor itself. The long leg is always a positive. So let's put that one in there, and by the process of elimination, that just means that the other one must be this one here, which is marked as C0. Right, that's got them two done. That's the two capacitors done. Okay, right, what's next then? Oh, install the DC jack, which is this quite big one here. This is the one that we filled earlier on with a soldering iron, but we managed to clear it out. So let's see if we can get that in. It's a bit stiff because I think I've still got a bit of solder in there. I must have a bit of solder in there then. Hang on a minute. I've got to clear that out again. Yeah, there's a little bit of solder at the far end, but I think I've got that out now. Let's see if we can get this in. Yep, that's it. That's ready to treat. Again, quite a lot of solder, quite a lot of power is needed, a lot of heat on this because it's quite big pads, these. Again, I'm pushing up on the other side to make sure that it's close to the circuit board. Right, that's got that in okay, so making sure that we've got a gap between them two, that looks okay to me. Right, okay. What's next then? R16, which is the special resistor, and R16 is there, up there. It's not polarized again, so we can put that in. Don't know how much to leave. I'm going to leave it sticking up a little bit. Because I might need to just adjust it once it's in the box. Okay. That's that done. And oh, that must be a thermistor. R17. Where does R17 go? Oh, R17's hiding. So what I thought was a diode earlier on is actually a thermistor, which is this little thing here, and it says it doesn't have a plus or ground, so we can put it in any way around. Okay, that's got that done. I think that's all the components now then. Let's just have a quick look. Yes, just the ICs to put in now. Right, okay. Right, the next thing the instruction says is to install the LEDs. But I think I've just spotted a slight problem. So if I was to get the LED and I was to put it on there and solder it up, it's covering two connections just here. If I flip that over, that says speaker. So I'm going to assume, since we haven't opened this package yet, this is a speaker. Yes, it is. Well, it hasn't told me to install the speaker yet. I think I'm going to have to before I install the LEDs. Okay, so we've got two cables and I've got to solder them onto the speaker. Now I'm going to grab my multimeter because we need to know which is ground and which is plus. So well, that doesn't help in the slightest. Right, okay, so we've got, it's probably difficult to see on the okay, so let me zoom in for you. Okay, here we go. This is my theory. If you look at that there, it's going down the side. Is that just bent or is it connected? I think that's the ground and that's the plus. It's not actually marked. Because that's actually touching the case. Right, I'm going to go with that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. So I need to solder these cables on. Right, okay, that's the speaker done, so I need to push those cables through. Now, which way around does it go? I'm going to assume it's going to go that way around because that's where all the components are. It's not going to go the other side, is it, where the LEDs are going to go, so well, if you can't get it from one side, get it from the other side. Right, that's got the speaker connected up. Okay. Right, now I should be able to do the ICs. So we've got a dot up there, so it's going to go that way around, like so. So one. Right, we have hit a slight problem. In my haste, what did they say? More haste, less speed, or something like that anyway. I've made a boo-boo. I've just checked this. Sorry about the strobing. Right, there we go. It says quite clearly here that the third LED should be mounted upside down with a pointer at the top, the others with a pointer at the bottom. Yes, what I've done, yep, I've done it that way, so that one's going to be turned round. So I've now got to desolder this and turn it round the other way around. That's typical, that's me messing about, well, not reading the instructions. Right, so I've got to now desolder it. Right, that was a bit of a faff around, wasn't it? And I think I've taken a pad off as well, but I'm hoping that because a lot of traces are on this side of the board, not this side of the board, so I'm hoping that that'll work okay. So let's just press on. I've only got a couple of things to do left now. First of all, let's put the big IC in, and so this has a cutout just the same as the IC holder. Let's just straighten the legs up first. And we can pop that on. Like so, and we can pop on this little one here. Is that a 555? Nope, it's a something else. Right, okay, we can pop that on. So the one that we've got to make up, the one in the bag is U3, and U3 is over this side, so this one, by the process of elimination, means it's got to go on this side. So that's those two done. I didn't melt any plastic when I used that heat gun, so that's okay. So now we've just got to do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chop that in the middle. And we've got 4 to go on there. And then 4 to go on there. And the best way of doing these to solder this in place is actually to put it on the circuit board. So let's just put that in the holder itself. Now that will have to stand slightly proud because of the big IC next to it, but you can see all those pins are now in straight, so let's quickly solder that up. Right, hopefully that should be everything, he says. IC, transistors are in. I'm not too sure whether I've damaged one of the tracks on that LCD display here. These have still got the plastic on them, which I'm not going to take off yet. I'll do that later on. I'm not going to put a battery in because that's just, I'm guessing that's just for the keep the time going when the power's out. So let's grab the power. Plug it into my USB on the bench. Cross your fingers. Here we go. Oh, we've got some noise. AM 12:55. Oh, okay. So we've got a digit out here, and we've got 000. Now the instructions do say, right, you've got to press the voice key, function key, and plus key for a reset. So that's the one at the top and the two at the side. LED works then. Okay, so now we've got 12 o'clock and it's flashing. The two LEDs are flashing, so it's working. Okay, I presume one of them is the light. Is that
12 o'clock?
Oh, okay. So
12:05. 12:05.
oh, there we go, back to time. There we go, 12:05. I hope you can hear that all right. Let me just move the microphone a little bit closer.
12:05. 12:05.
Okay, so it's saying 12:05, but I think it's looping through the, yeah, so we've got the temperature. I don't know how to turn that light out. How do we turn that light out? Right, so we've got the time, temperature, is that alarm setting or date setting? Yeah, it must be date. So 16th, no, 20th, no, can't be 16th or 20th, can it? Don't know what that is. 1015. Okay, I'll have to play about with it and sort out what it is. So temperature there and the time is definitely there. I don't know what that 101 is. I have to have a look in the instructions. I'm going to guess it's something to do with the... Let's have a look. Okay, right. That LED is starting to annoy me. But the good thing is, it's working! And the damage I did to that LED doesn't look as if it's caused a problem. And the voice is working.
12:06.
Right, okay. So far, so good. Right. Okay. Power off. Right. Lights are coming back on. Watch your eyes. Okay, lights are on. Right, I'm going to remove the sticky coverings from here. Okay, so that's got those done. That made much difference to that. Okay, so that's still okay. Right. I'm just going to read the instructions as to how to set this, so I shall be back in a moment. Right, I've been having to play with it. I've got the time set now, okay, which is 15:48 here at the moment. What I'm going to do now, though, is instead of fiddling about trying to get it to set the hours and the alarm and everything like that, I'm going to attempt to build it into its box. So I'm going to guess there's only one way around on this, because we've got two buttons this side and a button at the top. So I'm going to guess it goes... Well, there's the speaker anyway, so the speaker's got to go in there. Okay, like most things with this build, it hasn't worked, so I'm going to cheat, but promise you won't tell anybody. And if you won't tell anybody, I won't. So this is not sticking down. So what I'm going to do is, if it works, I'm going to get a tiny bit of blue tack. All the tack is available. Stick that on there. Stick that on there. The super glue is sticking to my fingers. Right. There we go. And then I can pop that on there. Right, okay. Now it's moved again. Okay, I'm not going to bother with that. Right, let's see if we can put this into place. Okay, how's this fit together? Oh dear. It's all going pear-shaped now, isn't it? My IC's fallen out. Right. Okay, so there's like little plastic things there which go on the inside as I build it like that. So I'm going to ignore that speaker for a minute. Oh, fiddlesticks, I put that on it. Oh dear, I told you everything for this build has gone wrong today. I don't know why. Well, at least it shows that things do go wrong. Even that's the wrong size. That's not the right size to go on that either. Okay, so in the kerfuffle of it all, I've lost a screw, but never mind, I'm not particularly bothered about that. Right, let's plug it in again, make sure it still works. Well, the clock is working, but the speaker's not, so I've lost the speaker somehow. Here we go again.
AM 12:04.
Right, okay, so that's it. It's now in and working. I had that, I'm presuming that's like a voice synthesizer chip then. I had that the wrong way around. So there it is.
12 o'clock.
So it's now working. Temperature's working as well. So yeah, I think that's the date. I've got to sort out the date yet anyway. It's working, it's done. There is a barcode, QR code here, and there's a website. I'll put a link down below. The instructions are in English, so which is good. And there we go, a nice little kit to build.
12:05.
Thanks for watching. If you like what I do, please subscribe. And don't forget, apart from me burping, I do apologise. All this talking is making my throat dry, so if you want to buy me coffee, there's a link down there as well. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you later.